fellow gamers, welcome back to the Cobra gaming channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a review of Samurai Shodown, a classic legendary beat 'em up series made by SNK. SNK, who, for those of you who are old enough to remember, made games for the Neo Geo back in the 90s, and they are no strangers to the beat 'em up genre, making classic series like the King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and of course Samurai Shodown, just to name a few. This is basically like a remake of the original Samurai Shodown. So without further ado, let's start with gameplay. Here you have your normal standard modes like mode, arcade, training, ghosts, multiplayer, and an extras menu where you can have where you can go see your gallery and your stats. And you also have a nice varied roster of fighters, classics like Aomaru, Earthquake, Galford, and Poppy. Tam Tam, Jubei, they're all here along with a couple of new characters as well, and they all look fantastic, and they all look just like they did in the original game but better. You also have your controls, which consist of light slash, medium slash, and hard slash, and then one button for kicks. You have your special moves like your lightning technique, which is a new technique and can only be used once throughout the game, and when activated and connected with, this thing can take 80% of the 80% of the character's life, and it's a really cool move. The screen goes red, everybody has the same move, and it does the same thing, but yeah, it's still really stylish. The screen goes all red, and if you've got 80% or less life, you're gonna die from one hit, and it's really cool to use, but you have to know when to use it, because once you use this, it's done for the rest of the fight and you can't use it again. And actually you can't use anything, not even your supers, or not even your flipping technique, which is another new special for the game. And this technique is basically a standard special move, and when it connects, this takes away the enemy's weapon and disarms them, and this is another way that changes up the fight and can also make the fight or make you or lose you the fight. Graphics are next, and Samurai Shodown is using the Unreal Engine, and I'm really glad that they're using this, as everyone knows that the Unreal Engine is very good and it's used in many games. For those of you who have played Street Fighter 4, you'll realize that this game looks very much like that, but it has its own unique style. And yeah, I did really like the art style. It's very authentic, very Japanese, so I was very happy there. Also, the graphics, they look very sharp and very clean and crisp. Once you play it and you see it with your own eyes, you'll understand. Some of the videos that I've seen of it online don't do it justice, but once you've got it on your own screen, you'll see what I'm talking about. All the stages, they look great as well. You have all your traditional looking Japanese stages, and the fighters as well, they all look fantastic, and the animation for the fighters, they look great too. The music is something I was very impressed with. It's super authentic Japanese samurai music. It's got an very impressive score, especially the main theme, the main menu theme music, which never gets boring. And also I must point out that the end credits song was very good as well, and it took me by surprise. And the music just never gets boring. Sometimes you've got some main menu music or music throughout a game that can get very repetitive or get very boring, but here I found that the music was done very well, very authentic, and I was very happy to hear how it turned out. The sound effects as well here, there's no problems. The sound of a blade hitting flesh sounds fantastic, and sword clashes also sound fantastic, and the voice work was also really well done also. And I must point out that the narrator for the game as well done a very stellar job, and is very cleanly spoken in the traditional Japanese language, and it just adds to Samurai Shodown and what it's about. So I was really happy with the sound here. The multiplayer, unfortunately there wasn't much to the multiplayer. It's got your typical casual and ranked matches. There's also some team battle mode, and the ghost mode, which I mentioned earlier. The ghost mode is where you can sort of train up an AI fighter of yourself, a clone fighter of yourself, and this fighter can then be put online where other people can fight against it, or you you can fight against other people's ghosts that they created. And it's really like, if you've played Killer Instinct, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very, very much like that. So SNK are back, and I'm really glad that they've brought Samurai Shodown to the current gen consoles. I'm a big fan of the Neo Geo and the SNK games. I had the original Neo Geo console. For those of you who remember, whoever owned one, you'll remember that the cartridges were absolutely humongous, and they cost a lot of money as well, and they were very hard to find. Then they brought out the Neo Geo CD, which I also owned. The console was also much smaller, and the games obviously became much more cheaper to own. And that's when I really got into Neo Geo and started buying more of their games, obviously when it was more affordable on CD. So I'm really glad that SNK are back, and they have so many classic games that they could remake for current gen, and I really hope that they do, because I had very good memories as a youngster playing their games. So I'm really glad that they've bought Samurai Shodown, and they currently have the King of Fighters series as well, but you can only buy that on the PlayStation, unfortunately. But I'm really glad that Samurai Shodown is here, and I really hope that they bring some more of their IPs to current gens too. So to sum it up, I thought the music sounded really, really good, very authentic. I'm glad to see that SNK are back. I think the super moves are lots of fun, especially the lightning technique. The combat I loved as well. It was very intense. It's not like Street Fighter or Killer Instinct, where it's very combo orientated. This is more thinking man's fighting game, and you have to really think before you throw something out, especially the special moves, because if you fail to land them, you can be punished very harshly in return. And of course the art style and the characters are all there. They're all the legendary characters there, plus some new ones, and they all look fantastic. And I'm really, really glad that they brought this game out on current gen consoles, because it does look fantastic. They also got a DLC pack coming out with 4 extra characters, and for those of you who bought the game, and whoever buys the game before the 21st gets the DLC pack for free. Each character will be coming out one at a time, one per month between September and December, I think. And yeah, there's a couple of new ones and a couple of old school fighters as well, just like the main cast in the main game. Some of the bad points for the game were the loading times were quite long. For a fighting game, I thought they were too long, to be honest, and it really took you out of the game. So yeah, that's a shame. I didn't understand why there was such long loading times, but maybe they can patch this, who knows. The story was way too short. The story for every character, it's just bare bones. You know, you get a couple of cutscenes. They're not even like animated cutscenes. They're like, you know, stills. And I thought they could have made a much better story mode for each character and fleshed them out a little more. But what's there is really bare bones, and it's a shame, because along with the story mode, there's not enough real modes there to keep you busy. And yeah, I just thought there could have been some more modes, something more like what Mortal Kombat do or Killer Instinct. But here they failed to do that, and it's a big shame. And also, I thought the online could have been better as well. There is another problem with it not having enough modes as well, and that's a big shame. So having said all this, guys, I'm really glad that Samurai Shodown is back. I'm going to give Samurai Shodown a strong 8 out of 10. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Down below, leave your comments of which is one of your favorite SNK or Neo Geo games or Neo Geo series. And please hit that subscribe button down below. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and I really want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel so far. Each and every single one of you that have subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm really trying my best to make this the best channel I can possible, and with your help, guys, I think I can do that. So again, thank you for everybody that has subscribed so far, and for those who haven't, hit that red button below. Thank you for watching. Take care of each other and yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time on the Cobra Gaming channel. Take care, guys. Bye bye.